When Heroin took my dad, I cleaned up the mess left in the house. Floorboards, door frames, the 14 trophies from his days of ice hockey. And I replayed in my head everything that was done and said. It was always us and them. I said dad, and they said just one more broken man. I said help. I'd seen a belt around his arm after school one day. They said someone will take you away if they find out he's a junkie. I said I think it's getting worse, and maybe one day soon. The hospital beds are full, they said, of birthing mothers wailing, the old are frail, and I asked what's the point in keeping warm our young and old if the lives in between are left in the cold? And they said there comes a day where men in this country deserve the blame for their own pain. He should have taken responsibility. He should have kept up the ice hockey. I said I could see the illness tearing him down. I said I see it in his eyes. You wouldn't see it on a brain scan. It hides behind the man. He can't fight it or bear it. You can't tear it down to a statistic. And if you stepped into his shoes, you'd lose your footing too. They said there's 100 other pairs of shoes for him to choose from. And my voice was dying, but I raised it to say, he doesn't have the choice. He's a poet and the world will never know it. He's a superhero with a fear of flying. He's in pain with a fear of crying. A runner without a field. He's a sculptor with no clay to wield. He's a fighter without a ring. A singer singing with the acoustics of a prison. He loves me and I love him. And they said, it's a tough one. I whispered, I think we're going to lose him soon. To an empty room. They'd stopped answering. I was too late to find the fix for my broken man. And I wonder how many other kids in Britain are left to clean up the mess of helplessness. Floorboards, door frames, and the 14 trophies from his days of ice hockey. I replayed in my head everything that was done and said. It was always us and them. But it's just us in the end.